So, super fun news. I lost my card. Don't know if it was stolen or it fell out. It is more likely that it fell out because the thing that I had it in is still here, but the card is not. It's still super annoying, obviously. I blocked it. Like, I called my bank and I was like, you're gonna need to block that shit. And they're gonna send me a new one, which is relatively fine because I'm gonna be home soon anyway. So it's the perfect timing for that to happen, but it still fucking sucks. A girl that I met luckily gave me some cash because I didn't have anything. So I'm fine for the moment, but it's still just like, dude, like, why? I mean, like, I was still lucky in the bad luck. You don't say that in English, but you get my point. It's annoying, dude. Why? Why? Like, the annoying part of it is that it wouldn't have happened if I didn't go out yesterday, which I didn't even want to begin with. If I just listened to my fucking intuition and stayed the fuck home, I would still have my card. Because I paid with it when we were there, so I lost it somewhere between 11 p.m. while we were there, and I noticed it like 11 a.m. this morning.
The part that pisses me off the most is if I had just been like reckless and like not caring about my stuff and I had lost it then, duh. But ever since that stuff happened with my earplugs and when I lost my sunglasses or thought I had lost them, dude, I've been taking care of my stuff so much. I was walking through that club yesterday, my hand's always on my pockets, so it must have fell out while we did that, like the vlog part when we were walking home. It must have fell out then, because there is no way someone grabbed my pocket, because my hand was always on there. So it either fell out like in the toilet when I was doing the little vlog thing there, or on the way home, and it pissed me off so much because like I really take care of my stuff now, and for it to still happen is like, dude, seriously?
That was genuinely the most stressful boarding of a train I have ever done. Obviously, I couldn't book an Uber, so I asked the receptionist in advance if she could book me a taxi, but she wasn't there. So I waited for like 10 minutes, and I talked to a guest and was like, hey, can you book me an Uber? So he did it, but his Uber was weird, and then in the meantime, she got back. So she called me a taxi. I was stressing in the taxi because I realized they don't do it by like kilometer or anything, they do it by time. So every 10 seconds, the price went up like 5 cents. So I was like, it's gonna be expensive as fuck. It wasn't, it was only like 14 euros, so it was fine. And so I got there, I had roughly 15 minutes left, and I didn't know the train station, but I figured out relatively quickly they had like an overview, so I went there, and then guess what I see? TSA. What the fuck? So I had to put my shit through there, and it already had a sign with like no scissors. I have scissors with me, so I was like, okay, put the thing through. And they're like, hey, like they're stopping me, and they're like, oh, do you have scissors? And I was like, yeah. And they're like talking to each other in Spanish, didn't understand a shit. And they were like, no, it's fine, you can go. So I put on my backpack, and they stopped me again. They're like, no, it's not fine. There's something else in there. I'm like, okay. So they take me to the room, and he's like, no, like, do you have scissors in there? I was like, yeah, that's what I've been telling you. And he's like, okay, you're gonna have to take it out. I was like, what do you mean? Like, it wasn't in my hand luggage backpack, it was in my big backpack. So I had to unpack half my backpack, showed them the scissors. I was like, if they make me throw my hair cutting scissors away, this shit is expensive. He looks at it, he's like, okay, fine. So I put everything back. At this point, I had like 5 minutes until the train departs. I run to my platform, and it looked so weird. It looked like an airport. It felt so weird. Like, Germany could never. It was so weird. And then I get my ticket scanned as if I'm boarding a fucking plane. I walk down, I walk into the train. Luckily, my coach was like the second, so I didn't have to walk far. And this train, dude, is so fucking fancy. Like, look at the seats, and like, I have. Of course, this was the perfect opportunity for my mic to disconnect mid-video. First class train ticket to Germany, and it's so quiet. You can't hear anything. I'm embarrassed to be speaking right now because it's so quiet. It is so quiet, it's creepy. And I realized I forgot to fill up my water bottle, but they have like a bar restaurant, like a train restaurant, so I'm gonna go there and buy water because I have to. And then the journey shall be even more fun onwards from Valencia, but a friend of mine is picking me up. Thank God. I think if I wasn't meeting her in Valencia, I would be fucked. Because how am I gonna get money? How am I gonna get from A to B? No one knows. So thank God for her. But I made my train. I was like, I literally sat down, went to the toilet, which
yeah, I also had to go to the toilet, and my phone was like low-key dying when I got here. It had like 30%, and went to the toilet, and then the train departed exactly at the time it said it would. I was impressed.
Said beloved friend and I were having the teeniest, tiniest fight with the public transport ticket vending machine, but after the day that I've had and being with her, all I could do was laugh, really.
Ich kann das alles nicht hören. Digga, kann sich Google Maps mal raffen? Ich hab meinen Bus legit an mir vorbeigefahren, weil die Bushaltestelle irgendwie nicht da mitten im Nirgendwo ist, wo sie angeblich laut Google Maps ist, sondern da vorne. Küss dein Herz, Digga, kann jetzt 10 Minuten warten. Aber ich sag dir ehrlich, wirklich, mich juckt gar nichts mehr gerade. Warum rede ich Deutsch? I don't care about anything anymore at this point. Dude, I'm gonna be so glad when I'm in that hostel. I'm gonna feel like the king of the world. Yeah, I'm a man now. Deal with it.
First order of business was doing laundry in the sink, blow drying it with a hairdryer, and then creating a clothesline out of the caudal, my backpack, and my bed. Backpacking really keeps your creative spark alive. The next day I went to Rossmann, which was a crazy concept to me because I saw all the products that I knew from Germany in German. And then I went to Lidl and saw some stuff that I definitely don't want to be seeing in German stores or anywhere. Also, super fun story. I found out that this hostel has tiny motherfucking fridges that could store the groceries of like 4 or 5 people, maybe. There's more than 4 or 5 people in this hostel. Like, the fridge is overfilled. It is horrible. And then, I got there with like 2 bags of groceries, and then I wanted to make dinner. They don't have a stove, they don't have an oven, they have a microwave and a toaster. That's it. And I find that out after I've just spent like 30-40 euros on groceries. That was a great experience. I actually have half of my groceries up in my room with me, which I hate. Also, it's kind of against policy because you're not supposed to keep food in my room, and I don't want to keep food in my room, but I have to because there's no other fucking space for it. I just have the stuff that needs to be in the fridge. I have my cucumber, my tomatoes, my cookies. I mean, cookies wouldn't go in the fridge anyway, but like all of that is up in my locker in my room. And then I don't know how that happened, but there were 2 other German girls in my room, and they were speaking German with each other, but we hadn't really introduced ourselves yet. And so I just never interacted with them, and we kept speaking in English. So there was never the point of me joining in German and being like, "Hey, I speak German, by the way." And then one of them left, and then I think she switched rooms, and then she came back, and her English was horrible. Like, she spoke to me in German, and like 2 words of the sentence were in English. But I didn't see a reason for me to be like, oh, by the way, I speak German. I don't know. I just went along with me not speaking German. And so it was so fun to just listen in on their conversations because I felt like a spy because they didn't know I understood them. I mean, they weren't talking about anything important. They were planning their day. But it was so fun. And so now I'm thinking of doing that more often. Like, if I'm not going to have like a deeper relationship with that person, I'm just going to tell them I'm from New York. I don't know. People keep telling me I sound American, so like, might as well put it to some use. The day after, I figured I should do something touristic with the time I'm here, and you guessed it, took part in another free walking tour. In the afternoon, I took a bus to the City of Arts and Sciences that had absolutely incredible architecture. There, I met a friend of mine and her friends, and we went out, had a drink, and played cards.
I think I might be stuck here. The fucking bus stop doesn't have a roof. Well, sucks to suck. Honestly, the rain doesn't even bother me.
Cold never bothered me anyway.
My clothes and me getting wet. The only thing that did bother me, or like would have bothered me, were my shoes, because they're gonna smell. It's my only pair of shoes. Guess who just ran into a fucking puddle? My entire foot is wet.
On my final day, I had a reunion with one of the volunteers from Lisbon, and we went to this really cute cafe.
Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be trying Agua de Valencia in a recommended place from my tour guide. Cheers. Saúde. How do you say in salute? No, that's Italian. But do they also say that in Spanish? Salute? Salute. Quick info. What is in here?
orange juice, sparkling wine, whatever you want to call it, vodka, and gin, I think. So very alcoholic. And the tour guide was right. You don't taste it at all. It tastes straight up like sparkling orange juice, which is a weird sensation because I don't like sparkly drinks, but it tastes incredible. Kannst du einfach bitte kurz
Einfach Orangensaft.
Orangensaft. The annoying part of it is it wouldn't have happened if. The annoying part about it is it wouldn't have happened if I didn't go out tonight. The annoying part about it. Okay. Ach scheiße, ich muss ja Englisch reden. Boah, mein Kopf ist gerade so auf Deutsch, das ist schlimm. Was sag ich denn?
Valencia. Valencia. Yeah.
Kannst du das sagen und dann mache ich meinen Teil? Aber das hast du schon mitgefilmt, oder? Gut. Einfach nie aufhören zu filmen. Rausschneiden kann ich immer, aber reinschneiden nicht. Orange Juice. Bin ich dumm? Wie sagt man denn? Yeah, well, probably not champagne, but sparkling wine, whatever you want to call it. Dankeschön. Kommen wir nun zum Summa der Woche.
In Valencia, I spent 43 euros on groceries. That could have definitely been spent better. 15 euros for my taxi, 5 euros for public transport, 25 euros eating out, 5 euros for my touristic stuff, and 14 euros in the drugstore. That leaves us with a total of 107 euros.
Das war's von mir. Bis zum nächsten Mal.
Tschüss.